What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and we recently got our first look at the career mode in AEW Fight Forever. While a lot of questions were left unanswered, we still got a lot of good information. Now, we can't react and break down the full video for obvious reasons, but we do have some screenshots here so I can let y'all know what I think is good and what may turn out to be not so good. So let's get into it. But first, y'all came through really fast with that 1,000 likes on the video yesterday. It was the most we ever got, so I appreciate it. I'm not going to ask you to do it again, but if you feel inclined, drop a like on this video. And we went up 500 subscribers overnight. That's what the likes do. So I appreciate it. Shout out to the Bomb Squad. As soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers, which might just happen this week, I'm giving away an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. Let's get to that.
Run, boy, they coming on.
All right, so these screenshots are from the video Chris Denker posted. If you haven't seen the video yet, I'm going to put the link in the description, so make sure you go check it out because he does give a detailed breakdown. But the first thing we see here is Owen Hart on the phone. This is the start of the career mode. So he calls up Tony Khan. Tony Khan tells him he's in a casino battle royal. But the interesting thing about this part was he said the dialogue was actually different depending on which wrestler you used. Now, I don't think there's voice acting here. So this is going back to like the Day of Reckoning games where we have to read that. I don't like that. I don't like it. I would rather them have put like 10 wrestlers you could actually use in the career mode and voice act all of them and then let us use the career mode with maybe generic voices, you know what, whatever, than just having to read all of the dialogue specifically. I don't like that in games in 2023. Nintendo does it a lot, but I don't think it's acceptable on an Xbox, PlayStation, where these consoles are so strong and they can handle this voice acting. I think they need to use it. So that's one thing I don't like here, but not a deal breaker. So let's go ahead and move on to the next screen. Now, I don't know for sure if it's not voice acted. So I got to say that up front because we didn't get like really an in-depth look of just the raw career mode footage. We did hear some stuff with Jim Ross talking. And it didn't sound good. But I'll say the commentary in these wrestling games, for whatever reason, they never sound good. They sound great in the UFC games. Somebody in the comment section, I don't remember who it was, let me know if it was you. They said, imagine how this is going to be when AI actually can take it over. So when you could take AI and get the Excalibur or Taz voice and put it in the game and just have it narrate over the matches, it's going to get dangerous, y'all. Going to get dangerous. But this is the second screen we saw, the next part of the career mode. This is pretty much after Owen Hart accepted the match and they're telling everybody else what's going to happen. I think this is going to be great, especially if we get something like this and we get more of these where we can see different wrestlers who are on the card, maybe even wrestlers who are in the same storyline with us. Let's say Owen Hart is in a feud with Britt Baker and we can see them going back and forth with each other right here. I think that's a good advantage they would have to tell the story mode in this way. So again, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what story they're trying to tell here. I just hope it's just not matches like honestly we see in AEW a lot. I hope it actually is a story and just something for us to thrive to get to the end of this story mode, you know, and not just belts. Speaking of belts, we'll get to that in a minute. But I think this is very interesting also because this makes me think that there's some type of RPG aspect to this, which I don't know if there is or not. But it could go many ways. Maybe they give us the points to actually skilled up our wrestlers, or maybe you pick like you're a big man and as you finish these matches, the skills go up higher and higher. Maybe you buy points with AEW cash. I don't know. I wish that's something that was elaborated on in this, but this is something that's very interesting and does intrigue me as well. Maybe we start off very weak and we can get stronger. Things like that. I like progression in these type of career modes. Now, this shows us a lot of the skills that we'll have in this game, which we've seen some of them, and this is not all of them. This is the springboard offense. We got the tope defense or tope offense, guardrail dive offense, which will be interesting because he gets high up there. So I want to see how those guardrail dives work. Anti-air defense. So this is where you catch them, obviously, and you can do your own slam. So he's catching Darby's finisher. That's going to be a big mechanic in the game. We got kip up. We got quick mount. We got gimmick infringement, and we got guard break. Again, we've seen Orange Cassidy's that's not in this game, or that is in this game, but it's not on this list. So I know there's more to this, and then we can see the little bar there where you can scroll down as well. Now, one thing people have been asking me And, we still don't have confirmation on this, but you guys are asking if we can use our created wrestlers in career mode. It's not anything we've seen yet. And while you think it's something that would be obvious with this, it is a good question. But this kind of confirms that we can, because if you look at this alert down here, it says AEW wrestlers cannot earn new skills. They wouldn't say that if we could only use AEW wrestlers in the career mode. So as there should be, there's a high likeliness that we will be able to use our created wrestlers in the career mode, and that pretty much kind of confirms it. Our next screen here now, I really like this one, but this one is kind of gonna it's a double-edged sword to me, so we'll get to why. So this is the career progress. We know exactly where we are in the career mode. Another big question is, will we be able to continue the career mode after we finish it? From what I understand, once you finish that career mode, it's done. You got to start another one, so you can't just keep going and going. So total skill points, I guess this is how we upgrade the wrestlers. Our career money, how much we've earned, best match score, average match score, and this is the one that's going to get me: the wins, losses, and draws. For me, when you put this center stage, I can't take a loss. I can't take a loss. And if they put me in like a very hard match or something where I can win, but I'm supposed to lose, y'all know those type of situations we get in, I'll turn the game off. 1, 2, I'm turning the game off and shutting it back on so I can not lose that match, because that wins always has to be up. The losses have to stay at 0. That's just me. I can't have losses in these games. Do it in the UFC games all the time. So then we have championships here, which we see one championship. Looks like that's the AEW championship. But another question that's been asked a lot is, will we be able to win the women's championships in the career mode? I don't know why y'all want to do that, but this kind of tells us that it is possible. The TBS championship is here. So if you're using Owen Hart, you can win the TBS championship. I think this is the women's championship right here. So it's possible. And we got the FTW champion. We got the heavyweight championship, the TNT championship, and I think this is the tag team. I'm sure y'all will correct me if it's not correct. So we have earned career rank. So as every time you get a rank, it gets up here as well. I'm sure I'll get a lot of D's, but I'll get a lot of A pluses too. And again, this breaks down everything. Total matches played, wins at Dynamite, wins at Rampage, wins at Dark. All of these have to be full for me. No losses. Wins at pay-per-views. Total workouts. You know what? Let's see. Yeah, we'll get to that. Total workouts, light workouts, successful workouts, standard training. So yeah, just a lot of stuff with the side things you have to do. So speaking of the workouts, this is going to be the last screen we're going to cover. Again, it's a lot more in that video, but y'all got to go check out Chris Stinker's video to see everything. So, pretty much the way this works is between your matches, so you're not just doing match, there's some things you can do in the middle. Just like there is in WWE 2K, just like there is in UFC. But unfortunately, this is more like the UFC, where you go dining, but it's just a small cutscene you have to watch, and then you get your stats boost or whatever, your benefits you're going to get from that. Same with the workouts. So even though they put mini games in this, the workout is not a mini game. It's just going to be a cutscene, and it's going to get tiring after a while. Doing a full story, complete this career mode 10 times. I hope there's an option to skip the workouts, because we're not going to want to watch that every time to see the results. And the results don't depend on you. I believe they're just randomized. So after you do your workout, maybe it's successful, maybe it's not, but you really don't have no control of it. So, I don't know about these things. Hopefully we get some type of tweaks or something in the future to this career mode. If they want us to win it 10 times, because if we're going to have to do these workouts and dinings and stuff, I want it to be more interactive. We got the mini game, so I think we could put some type of mini game in here for working out. They did it in Grand Theft Auto, which Grand Theft Auto is a huge, big budget game, but if you got mini games, you can make mini games. Let's get to that. So, you also have the option to go out and go to Dynamite. I guess that's pretty much going to be to start the show. Another interesting thing he showed is that you actually fly city to city when you're going to Dynamites or pay-per-views. They showed like the little airplane graphic from you going from place to place. And when you go dining, what you eat will actually be, it will be based on where you are. So I think that's a nice touch to it as well. Overall, I mean, looking at everything in this career mode, again, this kind of left more questions than answers for me because I don't know how everything will play out, but I'm still excited to jump in here and get into it. This will probably be the first thing I jump into when we get this game. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do some matches one-on-one first, then I'll tackle the career mode the next day. We'll see how it goes. But these are my thoughts on the career mode so far. I wanted to wait to see if AEW gave us a more in-depth breakdown, but Evil Uno said we're getting tag team stuff this week, so we got to get this out the way. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Let me know what y'all think about the career mode so far in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like. Let me know what you think about it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shout out to the Bomb Squad. Let's get to that.
What's good, people of the earth? It's your boy Vegeta, the proud prince of all of the Saiyans and the strongest fighter this planet has to offer. And you're watching Kenny Bomb here on YouTube. Your boy's got that fire, son, and always on top with the latest hotness. So like this video and give this man a subscribe. Bomb Squad, let's get to that 10K.